Hello everyone, greeting to all of you. Now, in this lecture, we are going to discuss the chapter number 2, that is Geometric Design of Highway. The weightage of this chapter is 16 marks. So, let's start the video. So, the first point is content of this chapter. So, these are the various contents of this chapter. First is various terms used in highway. Then the second is curves. In curves, road margin, road formation, right of way. Then next point is design speed and various factors affecting design speed as per IRC. Then next is gradient, in which definition of gradient and types of gradient as per IRC. Then next is side distance and types of side distance as per IRC. Then next, curves, in which types of curves and necessity of curves. Then next, widening of roads, then types and problems of widening of roads. Then next point is super elevation. And the last point is standards cross section of national highway in embankment and cutting. So these are the various points we are going to study in detail in this chapter. So the first point is geometric design. What is geometric design? The phase of highway design which deals with the visible elements of different highways such as alignment, side distance, etc. is called as geometric design of highways. Means while constructing the highways or before constructing the highways, we had to design different elements of highways. Okay. From definition, it is a one phase of highway in which we can design the physical elements of different highways. The elements of highways, that is alignment, side distance, road margin, setback distance, total road length, etc. The elements of highways we can easily visible with eyes. These elements we can design in highways. The elements such as side distance is called geometric design of highways. Then also, in order to provide safety and comfort to the road users, proper geometric design of the road must be before its construction. Okay, so this is the cross section of road in which we can see the elements of highways, in which this is road margin, then this is total road land, then this is also road margin, shoulders, then this slope is called as side slope, then this portion is called as berm, and this portion is called as longitudinal drain. So this diagram shows the cross section of road in embankment. Now we see the objects of geometrical design of highway. So these are the various objects of geometric design of highway. First objective is the alignment should be economical. Means while doing the design of alignment of roads, keep remember the alignment should be as economical as possible. Okay. Then the next is the gradient of road must be easy and suitable. Means the gradient of the road is easy and suitable. Then the next is on straight road provide adequate chamber. On the straight road or the road which does not have any turn for the road provide adequate chamber. Then the next is curves provided must be smooth and easy. At the same time, sufficient side distance must be available on curves. That is, when any turn or any curve is provided on road, this curve is smooth and easy. At the same time, this curve have sufficient side distance. Then the next object is keep each and every record of field work. While designing geometric parameters, keep each and every record of actual site. And the last object is proper road signals must be provided. In the geometric design, the proper road signs or signals must be provided. Okay, so these are the various objects of geometric design of highways. Then these are the various important highway terms, in which first term is right of way, then road margin, then roadway width, then carriageway, shoulder, side slopes, berms, spoil bank, borrow pits, curbs, and formation level. All these terms we see in detail in next slide. So, first element or first term is right of way. So, what is right of way? The area of the land acquired for construction and development of a road along its alignment is known as right of way. Means the total area which can be required for the construction of road, that is the total area including the full area. The width of this acquired land is known as land width. The total width of this road or land which can be used for road is called as land width. Okay, so now we see the various factors, or following are the factors depends on following are the some points which depends on the factors of right of way. So the first factor is the category of highway and width of roadway and road margins. Means for calculating the area, first remember what is the category of highway, also the width of highway and road margin. Then the second point is height of embankment or depth of cutting. So what is the height of embankment and the depth of cutting of the road? Here embankment means the area or distance of road is constructed on raised surface filling with soil and sufficiently compacted. That is, the length of surface filling with soil is embankment. Okay, then the next is drainage system and its side. Then next factor is side distance consideration on horizontal curves. And last point is reserve land for future widening. Okay, so these are the various factors we have to remember while calculating right of way. So this picture shows the right of way. Then the next point is road margin. This is the second element or second term used in geometric design of highway. So what is road margin? The portion of land width on either side of the roadway of a road are known as road margin. That is, the portion or area on both sides of the road is called as road margin. The various elements included in the road margins are parking lane, side slope, frontage road, driveway, cycle track, and footpath. The minimum shoulder width recommended by IRC is 2.5 meter. So this picture shows the road margin. This distance is called as road margin. Okay. Then next is roadway width. This is the next element of geometric design of highway. So what is roadway width? Width of formation of road is the sum of width of pavement or carriageway including separator if any and shoulder. Means it is the sum of width of pavement or carriageway and the shoulder. Okay. Or The top width of highway embankment or bottom width of highway cutting excluding the side drains is also called as roadway width or formation width. Means the total width of road excluding its side drains and width of highway embankment or width of cutting is called as roadway width. This diagram shows the roadway width. Then the next element is carriage way. The portion of roadway constructed for movement of vehicular traffic is called as carriage way. Means the area or portion of the roadway constructed for movement of vehicular traffic. For traffic flowing in both directions, a single carriageway is divided into two lanes. Okay, and the width of this carriageway depends upon the number of lanes on the road. This portion, okay, from shoulder, one side shoulder to other side shoulder, in which pavement width is also added. So this total portion is called as carriageway width. Okay, the total area or portion of the roadway constructed for movement of vehicular traffic is called as carriageway. Then the next point is shoulder. So what is shoulder? The portion of the roadway between the outer edge of the top surface of embankment or inner edge of the side drains in cutting are known as shoulder. Okay, shoulders are provided on both sides of the pavement all along the road in case of undivided carriage way. Means the shoulder is provided along the edge to serve an emergency lane for vehicle compelled to be taken out the pavement of road. That is, when the traffic is heavy and in emergency case we can use the shoulders for move the vehicle. Shoulders are also act as service lane for breakdown vehicle. Okay, from this picture we can see this is the shoulder. This portion is called as shoulder. Okay, shoulder is provided on both sides of the road. Okay, shoulders are used or act as a service lanes. Then the next element is side slope. The slopes given to the sides of earthwork of a road in embankment or in cutting for its stability is called as side slope. Means the slope which can be provided for stability of road is called as side slope. This portion is called as side slope. Then next is berm. What is berm? The portion in between the top edge of road cutting and the nearest edge of spoil bank on either side are known as berms. Means the portion which is left in between the top of road embankment and the inner edge of borrow pits is called as berm. Then the next is spoil bank. The bank constructed from surplus excavated earth on the side of road cutting parallel to its alignment is called as spoil bank. Okay, from this picture we can see this is spoil bank. Okay, and this is main bank. Spoil means the material which is not used for the construction, and the surplus means the extra excavated material. While constructing the road, we have some extra material which is not required for the construction. These material are placed to the alignment of road which is known as spoil bank. Then the next point is borrow pits. The pits dug along the alignment of a road for using their material in the construction of embankment is called as borrow pits. This digging portion is called as borrow pits. Okay, the material from the borrow pit is used for construction. It is away from the construction of road. It is away 5 meter from the construction of road. Then the next term is curb. The boundaries between the pavement and shoulder or footpath are known as curb. Means it is the finished surface from the reduced level. It is the boundary between the pavement and shoulder. Okay. This black and white strip is called as curb. Then the next term is formation level. The reduced level of the finished surface of earthwork for a road in embankment or cutting is known as formation level. Means it is the finished surface from the reduced level. From the formation level, we can find out the portion which comes in embankment and the portion which comes in cutting. The portion which is above the formation level is called in cutting, and the portion which is below the formation level, then that portion is called as embankment. Okay, so above formation level the portion is called as cutting, so this portion is called as cutting portion, and below formation level means this portion is called as embankment or embankment portion. Okay, so in today's lecture or video, we had discussed about the various terms which is used in highway construction. Okay, hope you all get the information given in this video. If anybody have any doubt or question or problem, then please ask me and complete the assignment which are allotted to you. Okay, thank you.